Maggleby's, a fine sponsor of the radio program at Dixie State University. Maggleby's Restaurant, for lunch and dinner, and with catering available too. Made with Maggleby's love, at 1450 Hilton Drive in St. George. Maggleby's, a fine sponsor of Radio Dixie and Radio St. George.
DSU Radio wishes to say thank you to Stephen Wade Honda Mazda for their support of Radio Dixie and Radio St. George. Whether or not you buy, their mission is to have you say, "Those are our guys." StephenWadeHonda.com.
You've got it made at Stephen Wade.
What's happening in Washington County? I'm Thomas with Findlay, Subaru, Hyundai, and Kia. This week we're going to the Mesquite Motor Mania at the Casablanca Resort and Oasis parking lot, January 17th, 18th, and 19th. This free event has warmer weather and 1,000 classic cars at every casino. The main show is at the Casablanca and Oasis parking lots. They have burn-off contests and slow drags. That's what's happening in Washington County. I'm Thomas with Findlay, Subaru, Hyundai, and Kia.
This is Dr. Robert Briggs inviting you to join me this Sunday as I share some of the best sacred music ever written.
This week on Sacred Sunday Morning, Sacred Music Without Words. This Sunday at 8 a.m. and noon on Radio St. George 100.3 FM.
Classical music the way it should be on Radio St. George at 100.3 FM.
This is KDXI St. George, Radio St. George at 100.3. And we welcome to the stage the Karaoke Brothers, Kevin Fry from the Senior Saver and Tyler Hunsaker from Hash House A Go-Go, talking and interviewing only noteworthy guests from St. George. That's karaoke with the C. Here are the Karaoke Brothers.
Tequila.
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 Tequila to you.
I think it's a late afternoon and it should be tequila.
Yeah, it should be. Tequila to Pam Palermo.
Tequila.
What's happening? But you know, this is going to be great.
It is.
This is going to be great. Pam Palermo is the current president of the Chamber of Commerce, and she's leaving.
I am.
She's leaving.
I am.
Tell us where you're going,
Where
Pam.
am I going, Kevin?
Yeah, where are you going? You're going to some eastern, southern state.
Southern eastern state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I'm going to learn how to talk.
Yeah.
Yes. Texarkana.
With the drawl.
Sue-wee, baby. Sue-wee. I like that.
Got a retch in the fridge and all that stuff. I know.
Yeah.
I know
What's
how
a
it
retch?
works.
What's a retch?
Got a retch in the fridge. You ever heard that? I was in West Virginia for a while.
Oh.
They say instead of reach, they say a retch. Gonna retch in the fridge and get something in there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Things I'm going to learn. I'm so excited.
Things you'll pick up on in Arkansas.
All right.
I thought it was Texas.
Yeah.
It was Texas at first. You know, we kind of went out and checked it out, and everything in Texas is way too big, so we decided to go small.
Okay. Well, this is Karaoke Brothers, folks. Again, this is our second show. Right, Tyler?
Woo-hoo! They brought us back. Can you
brought
believe
us
it?
back. We didn't say anything.
You did it.
Supposedly. You did it. Okay. So we're going to do just a little karaoke before we get started, are we not?
Well, I think that's the only way to warm up, really.
Okay. So you're going to do a quick song, then I'm going to do one with Pam, or all three of us are going to do one.
Oh,
with her.
wait. I don't think I bought in on that yet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, we put Lysol on your mic, so you should be good. There's no germs there. There's nothing going to ruin the...
Clean as a whistle.
Yeah, exactly. The acoustics in this place is just right.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice. Okay, so you're going to do a little...
I think you warm up, and I'm... I'm really warm up mine. So
are you going to warm up?
Yeah, I'm going to warm up. You do yours, and I'll do mine, and we'll come back together.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your microphone. Sorry, I'm not going to say the real words.
Was that Weird Al?
Yeah, that's weird. That's his version.
Yeah, it sure was. So, honestly, what song has been in your head this week for karaoke?
Spandau Ballet has been in my head.
True? True. With a thrill in my head and a pill on my tongue, dissolves the nerves that have just begun.
Wow.
Listening to Marvin all night long.
Yes.
Just like that. That is my favorite, too.
I love it.
Yeah, I like that one. It's a good one. Okay.
I like Marvin Gaye, too. Can you do Marvin Gaye?
Let's get it on. Yeah!
Family show. Family show. We can't do that one.
Let's get on the couch and watch
Let's
Nickelodeon.
get on the couch and watch
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not Netflix. And, no.
Okay.
SpongeBob.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have a song that we're going to sing with you because Pam is walking out of here. And when she walks out of here, she ain't coming back unless it's for something really good.
That's right.
Hey, if I sing, they'll be marching me out of here. So
we're going to do it together, are we not?
Yes.
Ready? All right. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah. Very good. Okay.
I love it.
All right. I think our audience is getting really bored
Everybody,
this time.
their ears are bleeding now.
Everybody awake. Now everybody's awake. Let's find out what changed for Pam to go on a change, right?
Yeah. What made her decide to leave, you mean?
Yeah.
You
Was
know,
it you?
Besides the
Kevin?
besides the arrest?
Besides the court documents?
Yeah, besides the court stuff? No. So, Pam, tell us what, you've been here how long now as the chamber president?
Well, I've been chamber president for 3 years.
3
But
years.
I've been here for almost 6 years in St. George.
Yeah, 6 years because you worked in the chamber before
I
with
did.
Greg,
Yep.
right? And
I
then
sure
you took
did.
over as president. So
Yep.
it's been 3 years. And I have to tell you, I served a lot with Pam. She is absolutely amazing. I mean, I've never seen somebody work as hard as this woman right here. She's unbelievable. She doesn't sleep. I mean, she doesn't sleep.
Mm-mm.
And then it's like she's telling me about her week, and I'm like, how do you survive that? I don't know. How does that work exactly? So
You're too kind. You're
no,
too kind.
no,
Really,
I'm not.
really.
I'm dead serious about it. It's like, it's going to be hard to lose you. I mean, Dawn's going to be great, but it's like, wow, it's going to be some big shoes to fill there.
Well, Don's going to be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He's a visionary. He's so smart. He's lots of energy, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of great background. So he's. I have no worry about the chamber whatsoever at all. It's in definite good hands. So, but for me, I move every 5 to 6 years, pretty much. So Arkansas will be my 15th state.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I love to move. I
love
like
that.
to meet new people. Look, I came out here and I met you guys. I didn't even know
awesome.
St. George existed when we came here.
On the map.
Yeah, we put our house up in the market in California, and it sold in 2 hours, cash, get out, and we had no idea where we're going, and it was awesome. It was like, okay, we've got the whole world to pick from, and we chose the best place in the whole world. St. George, Washington County is incredible.
I always
love
wonder about how people choose what is like St. George, though, because it's such a little town. It's in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. I mean, was it weather? I mean, what was?
Well, I never heard of it before. So, like I said, I got on the Google and I started Googling everywhere, and Cedar City kept coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm originally from Chicago, came here from California, lived in some pretty big cities.
Yeah.
And I went up to Cedar. We put all of our stuff in storage, went up to Cedar City, and we stayed up there for 6 weeks, and I love Cedar. I love the people, but oh my goodness, talk about a culture shock.
Yeah, was it?
It was a huge culture shock.
And Arkansas is not going to be a culture shock?
You know what? It definitely will be.
Yeah.
Cedar's bigger than the whole county.
Is that right?
That I'm
It's
moving
gonna be
into.
Interesting.
So it
Oh,
is
my
going to be,
gosh.
but it's going to
Yeah.
be great. We love journeys.
Yeah.
Earl, you better go get on
That's
out there,
right.
boy.
Get out there.
Sue it, baby. You better get on out there.
Have you ever tried possum?
So at the Roadkill Grill.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
pretty. It's pretty
Did you
good.
really?
Yeah.
You ate possum?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Remember,
Why
I grew up
wouldn't
in Oregon.
Yeah. That's,
So
okay. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know what that means either.
I grew up in Oregon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We live off the land. So if you don't
the beach.
understand that,
Yeah, and the
exactly. We
beach.
don't have
Yeah.
homes there. They're just catamarans that we just kind of travel around in. So
Well, I've eaten raccoon before.
I have too. I've
Yeah.
pretty much eaten everything. So my youngest, he used to. We lived out in Minnesota, and he would go out and hunt, and we had to eat everything he killed.
Is
and
that
let me
right?
tell you, he killed some pretty interesting critters.
I'll bet. Wow. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of tell us a little bit about some of your best memories, like something that comes to mind that you think about when you took over as the president for the chamber. Tell us this. Tell us some of the goals that you had and how you achieved them. That would be the best, I think.
Wow. It's funny. You asked me a question as we're getting ready to come in here, and I'm a type of person, I don't look in the rearview mirror. I don't ever. It's always push forward. And so I don't reflect. I usually, when I leave someplace, I'll take 6 months to reflect. So
Really?
call me in 6 months.
So we got to wait to do this interview for 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You should. Thanks for telling us now.
Yeah, we'll have to send the caravan to bring her back.
No, I had. When I became president and CEO, I really didn't even know quite what to expect. Best job I've ever had in my life.
Really?
It truly is.
And I know you've had a lot of great jobs.
I have had some wonderful jobs, but I just felt like I had this big whiteboard, and I could write anything I wanted to write, and I could look out in the community and see, what might need lifting and what might need created. And so I was able to take this whiteboard and just, write on it whatever I wanted to. And it was a lot of fun. It was a great journey. Loved it. Women's Influence Center started that. It actually came to fruition a year prior to me becoming CEO. So Shirlane Quayle and myself, we were in Leadership Dixie. By the way, audience, if you've never been in Leadership Dixie, oh my goodness, it is one of the best things I've ever done. It was just a blast. So going through Leadership Dixie, I met Shirlane, and we went everywhere and found out about the community as a whole everywhere, and saw some things that were needed for women, and we decided to incubate the Women's Influence Center. So we're co-founders.
How many women are in that organization now?
There's different numbers of women that come to all different types of things, but I would say, on an average, I probably say 50 or 60 women. But there are a lot of women.
And Tyler, because Tyler goes.
Yeah, and Tyler goes sometimes. And
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
Well, who can blame
Well,
you?
Kevin,
I should go too.
I think you did come to the first one. I think Kevin showed up. Oh, you know what?
so
You
desperate.
he showed up to our holiday soiree. All these women. Remember
And you were
that?
the only one.
What did I?
You were the only one.
He was
Good
the
for
only.
you.
He was the
I
only
was gender
man
confused
there.
that day. I didn't know what was going on.
No response.
I don't even remember that.
You were. I
really-
got pictures. I'll show you.
Yeah.
She doesn't reflect on anything, but she has pictures to
remember
remember.
that.
I just remember Pam saying something like, "Stop hugging everyone."
This is not what we do here.
Yeah, he came in and he rented an office for
Oh, that's right. I was in the chamber office.
You were part of the chamber, and everybody thought you worked there. And
That's true. They did. Yeah. And then when I left, they're like, "Where's he at?"
Look at us now.
I actually,
Exactly right.
I actually had somebody walk in a couple weeks ago and say, "Where's Kevin's office?"
Jeez. Well, and you heard some of my appointments in there, which were a little interesting. So.
Oh, you don't want me to talk about
I
that
know,
on the air.
Not do that.
No.
Not
Don't
do
ever
that.
owe him money. Just
Don't
say
ever owe me money, because I'll pick on your ethnicity. Okay, sorry, that way to go there. Okay, so let's talk about the young professionals.
Yes.
Because I think that's a really cool thing.
Oh my goodness, that is growing leaps and bounds. So I can't even tell you how many members there are. It just grows so fast. Every single month there's more and more that join. But the young professionals has their own committee chair and committee of, I don't know, maybe 12, 13 people that plan out events and get sponsors and membership, and they do three.
Well, Don was in it. Don's in it.
Yeah,
isn't he?
He is, and
Don Willie
too.
Tyler. I was going to say,
Tyler is
I'm
too,
pretty
yeah, 'cause
sure
he's
Tyler
a young
is.
buck.
Yeah, he is just a young buck.
Yeah, I'm 28 and a half. And
Yeah. So
living the dream.
young professionals are 40 and under. When you're my age, anybody's young. So
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Jeez. Anyway.
So anyway, young professionals, they do 3 events a month, at least 3 events. They do a lunch with a leader, meaning either a business leader or a political leader. They get to sit one-on-one with, Senator Epson and Mitch Cloward at Intermountain Healthcare. I mean, can you imagine just sitting at lunch with them and being able to ask them questions? President Williams is another one. I mean, we've just had so many really, really great leaders and political leaders that have opened their hearts to these young professionals, and it's been really good. They also do socials every week or every month, I should say, not
You've
every
been to
week.
those.
They probably
I've been to a couple,
yeah, he crashes those too. He crashes. Kevin just crashes everything.
If there's a place to be,
Pitiful.
Fry will be there. That's so true.
Yes. Yeah. That is kind of true, actually. Yeah.
But they do trainings too, so they do a lot of things. They get tools in order to make them more successful. They network. It's just a lot of fun. They do some really great things. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah. So, okay, here's a question I have for you.
Okay.
How do you feel? I mean, I've had this conversation before with Mark Mortensen and the mayor, John Pike. I've said, how do you feel about people who come to Southern Utah and they kind of have a culture shock like you did in Cedar City and here? They're like, well, where do I get a drink? All that kind of stuff. I've seen some changes.
Do you think I drink? You say
I never said that. I never said that.
This is Curbside with Kevin.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, I said, if someone comes here from somewhere else and they're like, well, where can I get a drink? There's not really an answer for that. I mean, you can go to Hash House a Go-Go.
Well,
You
you
can.
can go to Hash House and
Yes,
Go-Go.
you can.
But everybody thinks about the one and only.
Yeah, that's true.
And it just depends what you want to catch or what you want to get.
But I mean,
what do you want to drink? There you go.
Yeah. Just anyway, we'll move on from that one. But as far as from a business standpoint, though, Pam, I mean, I think what they're doing downtown right now. Talk to us a little bit about that and tell us how you feel about that, because I think the downtown project's great for tourism and.
Oh man, absolutely! I tell you, I kind of equate it to probably one of the favorite places that I've ever lived, which was Athens, Georgia.
Oh wow!
So UGA, right? You've got the university that really sets the stage. But even though Athens is huge, I mean, it's a lot more population than there is here, the community still feels small. It's one of the things that I love about this area, and I love what President Williams is doing, and the mayor, and Mark Mortensen, and Shirlane, everybody that's working on, PEG development, the different areas of the city. It's really important to me, even though I didn't come from here, that the culture remains. I love the people here.
I'm with you.
Love the culture. Yeah. And if you, the fact that we're an entrepreneurial state, and especially down here in the South, if we continue to grow that entrepreneur spirit and we start our own companies and we hire our children and the people that are here, that culture will not change. So, but if you bring in people from the outside, and I'm not saying don't bring in people, I'm from the outside.
Right, sure, we all are, really.
Yeah, but if the people from the outside come in and they give to the community will continue to be just a wonderful place to live. I hear at the chamber, we get a lot of visitors and people, and they're like, they came in and they want the gates locked. They don't want anybody else to come in.
Yeah.
And my thought is, don't do that. How about you come out here and you give to the community and make it stay the way that it is, right?
Yeah.
Instead of bringing in maybe some really big companies that may change the culture here.
So do you, speaking of that, Tyler, you're next on questions because I'm talking too much. But I mean, but I like big business. I always said there's not much of an infrastructure in St. George. There's not a lot of, really good paying jobs. What do we need to do about that, Pam?
Well, I think we're already doing it. So I think with Tech Ridge, boy, that's pretty loud.
Like that.
Yeah. Was that good, by the way?
Was that good? It was good.
Tyler's over here slurping.
Sounded good.
But Tech Ridge is really going in the right direction. I give many kudos to our city planners and to our city council, because this is such a small area, yet they're making it livable, where it's not hard to drive down the streets. I know people complain because we have, so many visitors come in and such on. But we have side streets that are never even ever used. Don't go down St. George Boulevard. You live here, you know that, right?
Yeah.
But we have the tech companies. I think we're going to be able to bring in tech. Precision Genomics under Intermountain Healthcare. Oh, my goodness. They're going to blow the roof off of St. George, being renowned for everything that they're doing. They're just doing incredible work over there. So I think I don't believe in forced raises on our small entrepreneurs. But if they can, I don't believe in greedy people either. So, if you don't take all the money, but respect your employees. You want good employees. So right now, because the unemployment is so low, there's a competition out there. Everybody's stealing employees, right, to try to grow. But I think Dixie State University, Dixie Technical College, Stephen Henniker's college, they're all working to make sure that we bring our workforce up to speed. And I think when all that happens, and we're such a tight community where everybody works together, they build bridges together. And I think that with that happening, you're not going to see any problems at all.
You're happy
wages
with the growth.
Are going to.
You're happy with the way things are going.
Oh, I am very happy.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tyler, what do you think, man?
Well, honestly, the reason why I don't ask many questions, especially with Pam, is we'll start crying
That's
together.
true.
It is very
It's
true.
so true.
Once we lock eyes,
Get out of here.
Forget it. Well,
No, it's really true.
that right?
Kevin,
It
it is every time we're
Every
together.
time.
He's not looking at me right
I'm
now
not. I won't.
because he will start crying.
yeah, and then she starts it, and then it's just it's
not
bad.
pretty.
It's not good for radio.
Couple of big boobs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was for radio.
Yeah,
too.
that was, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Well, so
What's going on with you guys?
So when I moved into this town a year and a half ago, because I've only been here for about that long, when I met Pam and her and I just hit it off, I mean, instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly we became close. So anytime we see each other is always joking, having a good time. I mean, even out when we were golfing and stuff like that, we've always just had a good time. And
Good rapport.
yeah, absolutely. And it's never been anything other than fun and laughing and having a good time. It's never been, hey, what do you think about building on,
Right.
Dixie Drive or whatever? It's always been fun and lighthearted. So when I heard that she was leaving, that was my...
Don't look at me.
I had to see where you're at.
Yeah.
When we did a ribbon cutting for our 1 year, well, not a ribbon cutting, but, celebration for our 1 year anniversary, I mean, it just started instantly. We locked eyes, and she's like, "Don't you do it?" I was like, "You did it." It's hot out here.
Huh?
My eyes are sweating. It's like, yeah.
Pam usually slaps me when she sees me. I don't know why.
I
I
think
thought
that's a lot of
what
females. but-
all women do, so I thought it was normal. It's been like that since I've known you. People
She
are
makes me cry.
Exactly.
Oh, man. No, I think that's really cool. And that really is something that's awesome about St. George, too, because so many people in business. I mean, if somebody does something in Santa Clara, people in Ivans or somewhere else or some other city, they hear about it almost instantly, right?
Yes.
This is all these little communities, and everybody's so close. And so it doesn't surprise me to hear you say that because, I've been in big cities, too. I've been in San Diego and Salt Lake and other places. And you just don't have that camaraderie. You just don't have that close friendship.
No.
I mean, we're on a volleyball team together. You know what I mean? I mean, Pam,
I don't know how that works
I
out.
I heard a little bit about it.
As long as we keep it with the tails, that's it.
And Pam, you're involved in so many different groups, community groups and that sort of thing. I mean, everybody pretty much knows who you are. And I think that's what's so cool about this town.
Yeah, it is. And it's like just today we had, 130 people at our chamber luncheon. And
Ruin Gardner.
Oh, gosh, he was just so
awesome.
great. You walk in there and you know everybody. It's it's just everybody hugs, everybody is so excited to see each other. It's just, I love this community and the people in it. It's great.
And it's surprising too. I mean, the thing about St. George that I find interesting is that you have people from all over the world that come here. And they come here and they kind of walk around looking like, what am I doing here? But you know what I'm saying? But they're here.
I think they're awestruck with the beauty.
Yeah.
I mean, and the people, you know, it's like.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's
There's
like
something
Mars.
about the people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel it, and you're such a big part of that. I mean, that culture that we're promoting in Southern Utah. It's almost like, there's this big magnet drawing people to St. George, and I think it all has to do with the people.
Yeah.
A lot with the people.
I think people come from the outside. Our Convention Tourism Bureau, Kevin Lewis, those guys are just great.
Yeah.
And they bring in such fantastic events that other places only wish that they could bring in.
Yep.
And the people come and they've never seen this place before. They just
fall in
sign
love.
up. And it's like, they walk around starstruck. Like, what is this place?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we've got about a minute left. So, Pam, do you want to give us your last few words to this Southern
final
Utah
thought?
community?
My final thought?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that, Kyle, Huntsman World Senior Games, he has allowed me to stay on the board.
Oh, awesome.
And so I plan to be out here every October competing and helping to work the
that's cool.
the Huntsman World Senior Games. It's something that's really great, and I'm excited to do that. But, I never say goodbye. So there's nothing there. Again,
it's the music
I
coming.
hear the music
Pam,
coming.
we just want you to know that we love you.
Yep.
So
This
much.
was so much fun.
Yep.
See? Yeah, you thought you had to sing.
We're going to see you around, right, Pam?
You absolutely will. Thanks, guys, for
Have a
having
great
me.
Wednesday, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Tequila.
You've been listening to the Karaoke Brothers, Kevin Fry and Tyler Hunsaker. Watch and listen again on Facebook or YouTube, Spotify, and RadioSt.George.com. Till next time, this has been the Karaoke Brothers with a C.
Our place on the internet. RadioSt.George.com. KDXI, St. George.
From Radio Dixie in St. George, Utah, I'm Stephanie Dupar. Today is Wednesday, January 15th, 2020, and happy National Bagel Day. Here are your daily news updates brought to you by the Dixie Sun News. The American Red Cross and NFL have teamed up to offer one lucky winner a paid trip to Miami and 2 tickets